Hello there. Today we are going to see something about CMM process pattern and process assessment. And this is the part of Unit 1, Chapter 1, third topic. And this is nothing but a software engineering. And the subject code is, as I mentioned, is PC403 CSM. And my name is Dr. Muhammad Abdul Bari. Let me go through that one. We are going to see about CSM pattern. What is CMM? CMM, a software development which was developed in 1987, correct, by Software Engineering Institute (SEI), which is very good, in Milan University, which under the sponsorship of DARPA. Do you know what is DARPA? DARPA under the sponsorship of this sponsorship DARPA is used for DARPA ARPANET. This DARPA sponsorship of DARPA is also in global position system, that is GPA, and then ARPANET. You all know what you mean by ARPANET. You know what you mean GPA. This is a very huge sponsorship called DARPA, which uses all this one, and is also described in managing the software process in 1989 by Watts. Published a separate book of became a documentation in 1991. So it took nearly about 4 years for it to become a public, and it was sponsored by DARPA, correct? CMM define each process area for specific goal. And now when I say that each process been defined with specific goal, what are the tasks and everything, specific goal and specific practice, what you are going to do it. We are going to see the template, and I'm going to give you all the details of this in coming slides. I hope you are with me today. Now, the CMM level model, I have got maturity level 0, we have got maturity level 1, we have got maturity 2, we have got maturity 3, 4, 5. And there are some definition. In next slides, all the definition is also given, but I'll tell you what are all those things here only. Incomplete means it's an ad hoc. What do you mean by ad hoc? Unknown. It's only dependent on one or two individuals, and suddenly the changes comes up, it is defined. Whereas initially unpredictable, reactive. What do you mean by reactive? That organizations are going to use the procedure and everything once they get an output, means they're not using the procedures and all the standard from the starting point of view, correct, from the starting point. That is reactive, means they are not using all the procedures and everything. They are doing bits and pieces based on the budget. If it is 10 1 lakh dollar, they are using, will start with 5,000, 6,000, like this. They are not buying with the procedures. They need software engineer, they are 10, they are going with 10, 5 or something like that. That is reactive. Then maturity level 2, where management comes into action, project are plan, perform and everything. And maturity level 3, where proactive means all the things are defined well. All the things are defined well. Standard provides, guidelines have been issued, programmers are there, portfolios have been defined, everything. This we call it as proactive. Do remember it. Then quality comes, and then level 4, once you define all those things, then quality measurement comes into existence. Organization data driven policies are comes into existence. Internal auditing start to take place. External stakeholders auditing take into places. Then optimization, flexibility. Our organization is focused on continuous improvement, flexibility, and all these parts. Correct. As I told you, characters are ad hoc on basis, depend on individual effects. Level basic project man process, track, record, schedule, functionalities comes into existence. Just go back here. Level 2, correct. Management comes into a basic things comes into there, correct. Level 2, necessary process discipline here. Level 3, software process, both management, engineer, active documentation, standard integration, standard software comes into existence. This becomes active, correct. This becomes proactive. As I say, proactive. This becomes proactive. So then management comes into detailed measurement of software process, quality, and everything comes into it. Then level 5, continuous process development are there. This is what a template says this, which is what one initially from 1 to 5 we go up. And what is this one? Initial, management, define, predictability, optimization. What are the management mistakes, ad hoc, as I said, how to achieve this to the next level, create awareness, then establish disciplinary work unit, management practice and everything, stabilize the work process environment, effectiveness, economic of scale, business strategies are being established, standard procedures and everything. Then management assess facts or figure exploit benefits and everything came into existence. This is CMM level, which have got 5 levels, correct? As I define it here, 5 levels, correct? These are the things for CMM, correct? Then we come to process pattern. What do you mean by process pattern? Process pattern, set of activities, action, work task, work product and related behavior. The template is already been defined. That is, there is a template for communication, how your communication is done. There is a template for analyzation, template for requirement gathering, template for work product and everything. So there is a template which says that how the task is been going on. So if for an example, if anybody go for an interview, if you go to any of your superior, let's take example, if you want to go and meet your concerned principal, you have a task that what you need to communicate with him and everything. You have a pre-plan for it. You directly cannot go to your principal room and ask for a few things, correct? You have to go through it, introduce yourself and tell I need so and so, or these are the problems we are facing it. So there is a pattern which you have to do it. There is a template which you have to follow it. That is what process pattern is. Process assessment, I have got this one. The process assessment ensure that meet a set basic criteria, correct? Many different assessment options are there. This is Sampai, then this is ISO 9000. There is a template for everything which are available for the CBA, IPI. There is one more. These are all names which are given to you. These are process assessment. Then there is a diagrams. There is a software process. Yes, there is a software process. I'm going to examine it, the degree of it, then software process, then the process assessment comes into X with the templates. Is it good? Degree of it. When it comes, it leads to process improvement, and it if any capability, what are the different capability, it is defined. If any risk, identify the risk, then go back to process. If any process improvement is there, need to identify, go back. And if you don't need it, then it is very good. A little small changes are there, motivate and go to software improvement. So what is that software process? This software process is examined by what? Software process assessment. What is process assessment? I told you there are different external organization methods which are used by that. ISO 9000, any organization is ISO 9000 certified. What do you mean by that? That all the documents are placed in proper format, correct? And there are process patterns are nothing but, so what is this one? When a software is examined with what all the required document, they have placed everything with all well-defined documentation. Is any improvement, you go back to this part, correct? This bus, these are part of this. Then there is PSP. There is PSP. That is 5 frame activity. That is planning, high level design, high level review, development, post mortem. What do you mean? Stress is needed on software engineering. Identify the error at the early stages. PSP is nothing but 5 framework, which is nothing but planning, high level design review, and stress is given for the software engineering to do all this process at the initial stage. Then team, there is for one process. Then there is again for TSP, software team process, TSP. And launch using script. What do you mean by script? Tasks, different tasks available. Defined, teams are defined, well driven, measure or encourage. Measure means this is for one project, this is one process, this is for one process, whereas this is for one team, correct, of different process. And how we achieve this one? High quality project timeline. Why? Because of less work. We will see all this part in coming videos, but the major task is this one. Thank you very much.